Welcome to the Golden Valley Light Railway video platform. This is a stockbook series video. Simplex 2028 4 WDM MR8667/41. Tubby. Let's take a look around this Simplex 2028 locomotive that we have at the GVLR. It was built in 1941 and is one of 2,095 2028 locomotives built between 1933 and 1960. 118 of this type survive in preservation. These figures come from the Hall and Rowland's book, A Guide to Simplex Narrow-Gauge Locomotives. The locomotive came to us in early 2005 as the Museum of Army Transport at Beverley in Yorkshire, in the United Kingdom, was closed. The locomotive was named Tubby, the nickname of Major J. A. Robbins, the railway curator of the museum from where it came, and who was responsible for building their demonstration field railway. It is known that the locomotive served at the British Army Supply Depot KOL-2 at Arsbeck, West Germany, and then, as that camp closed in the early 90s, it had gone to the Defence School of Transport Leconfield, Yorkshire, in the United Kingdom before moving to the close-by Museum of Army Transport. Let's pick out some of this locomotive's features. It has a riveted plate frame, a curved spring steel type buffer that sits below the cast weight, that incorporates a Lincoln pin-style coupler that has 3 height slots. There are sand boxes on each corner and the engine water cooling radiator sits up prominently. The air tanks for the locomotive and train brakes are clearly visible beside the engine covers that display the Tubby name proudly. Then to the rear of the engine cover is the driver's seat. I have frozen the video here and we will pick out the driving controls. This is the change direction lever, forwards or backwards. This is the change speed lever, first speed, neutral or second speed. This is the foot-operated clutch lever to engage the drive. Then these are the sander controls, separate levers for front or rear. This red lever is the train brake pipe end cock, the on-off tap. The red wheel is the hand brake control. This little red pull knob is the exhaust whistle, the horn. Then partially hidden, at the side of the driver's seat is the engine governor control, the throttle. This is the main reservoir pressure gauge. This other gauge is the engine oil pressure gauge. Then partially hidden from this viewpoint is the train pipe air pressure gauge. You can see it clearly when sitting in the driver's seat. We will then move around a bit more and freeze the video again. This control, that was a bit hidden before, is the driver's brake valve. And then finally, this peg is used to hold the token key when the train is used on the running line outside the sidings. As we come back, you can see that I have raised the engine cover. This has revealed the 2-cylinder Dorman 2DW diesel engine. I have again paused the video so we can see and talk about the engine in more detail. The engine is mounted transversely in the frame, joining directly to the Dixon Abbott gearbox. The engine is rated at 20 brake horsepower at 1000 rpm, and at 1600 rpm it's rated at 28 brake horsepower. From this viewpoint, the gauges are more clearly seen. As is the engine governor control with its yellow painted end. This is a modern cartridge-type oil filter, fitted by the GVLR as the original type are no longer available. Coming out of the rocker box is the decompressor lever. This is used during the start-up procedure. And then this is the exhaust pipe, going into the silencer. And then finally, before we move on, this is the top of the engine air cleaner. The engine is started using a hand crank that is kept in the box under the driver's seat. The decompressor lever is thrown, the throttle set and the engine cranked vigorously to spin up the engine flywheel. When sufficient engine speed is reached, the decompressor is then dropped and the engine should start straight up. We are now around the front of the engine and the whole air cleaner can be seen. As can the tubes of the radiator, their individual seals are prone to leaking and suffer from degradation and corrosion. Can you see this drive chain running up behind the radiator? As we move around the front of the engine, passing the stopcock for the front train brake air pipe, hopefully you can see the air compressor that it drives. The air compressor is painted red and supplies the air into the reservoirs to operate the brakes of the locomotive, or the whole train when connected up. And finally, upon our look around the locomotive, underneath the air reservoirs upon the side frame is riveted a plate that reads, registered WD number, LOD/758228. This is the number that Tubby was known by during his time in the Army. In these next two still photographs from our archives you can see Tubby in operation. If you look closely in the first picture you will see that only one air reservoir is present, and in the second picture the style of rubber train pipe connector used at the GVLR is not present. That would date these photos to be pre-December 2014 when the work to bring Tubby up to the GVLR air braking system standard was completed. The next image contains two still photos from the news section of our website that can be found using the link at the bottom of the page to the 2013-2014 archive. The text that accompanies them explains that upon completion, he will now be able to operate short passenger trains on the GVLR. I have next included two more still images of Tubby demonstrating his ability to pull passenger trains. In the first he is pulling the Ashover coach on a passenger service, and in the second he is pulling a train of man riders from our fleet, carrying passengers up the line. I am going to end this video here with a picture of Tubby as he sits in May 2025, with the sad news that he is currently unable to operate, as he has developed an engine fault. Our engineering team of volunteers will get around to his repair as time allows. Would you like to come and help? We are always looking for new volunteers to come and help us. Details of how to volunteer are available from our website, and there is a video about it too. There are links in the description of this video to both. Further information on Tubby, plus comprehensive information upon each of the two steam locomotives, the 19 diesel and 2 battery electric locomotives, plus the 11 coaches and 34 wagons that currently have a home at the GVLR, can be found in our new stock book publication. It has 40 pages with 45 full color quality photos that cover the locomotives plus the notable coaches and wagons. It is available to purchase online via our website. I have put a link to it in the description to this video. That concludes this stockbook series video about the Simplex locomotive named Tubby at the Golden Valley Light Railway. Don't forget to like the video by clicking the thumbs up icon, and if you want, leave us a comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.